I used to say a lot more frequently that when we started the dinner, that the city felt magical. I think it was because we, maybe naively, believed that anything was possible. I still believe in that magic today that allows for participants to be believed, heard, and connected. Amy Cahurl, Executive Director of Detroit Soup. So some of you are here because I've asked, and some because you really want to support your community, and others of you that just really want to eat some damn good soup. And that's all okay. I'm just really happy that you're here. So please feel comfortable tonight, because this is a space of hope and positivity. You being brave enough to be here tonight has already made an impact. I want to give a huge thanks to all of our sponsors, volunteers, and community members. A lot of my friends have really stepped up a lot tonight when they got here and helped put out cups and ran water and did a bajillion other things. And my parents for running everywhere around town for me when I asked last minute. The community has been ridiculously supportive of this event. Last Monday, we'd sold 15 tickets, and today we sold out. So I think that that's pretty fantastic for a new event. Basically what will happen is I'm going to walk you through the pitches. So I'm going to get them to come up here. They will have 4 minutes to tell you about their idea, and they'll sit down. We're going to just go through each one of them pretty quickly. If you have any questions for them, you can ask them sort of throughout dinner, that sort of thing before you vote. After that, we will let you head up and get some soup. And then throughout that, we have some voting that will happen, also some different stuff at the back that I'll tell you about a little bit more. So after all the pitches, I'll walk you through how you'll get all your soup dished up and everything. But the most important part of the evening is these guys at this table over here. So we're gonna start with Krista from Girl to Girl. So if you guys wanna welcome her, that would be fantastic.
Thank you for having me. It's a really great opportunity to be able to introduce you to something that not everyone is aware of in Quesnel. So, Girl to Girl. I'm here as a volunteer. Girl to Girl is run by a group of local women that changes year in and year out, and I've been happy to be part of it going on 3 years. I think I'm going to share a little personal bit, something short that I think that I'm not the only one that might have had this experience. So, born and raised in Quesnel, I feel really grateful. I had a very independent mother, a loving father, a very supportive household. I was in French immersion. I went through elementary school and high school with a really tight group of people. I had opportunities, sports, anything that I wanted, I could do. And I'm here to tell you that I'm turning 37, and it's only in the last couple of years that I could say with any level of confidence that I have self-esteem or self-worth. It's something that I have learned and grown into. And I think not only for myself in my age group, but especially as we look at young individuals. Our group focuses on young girls, but I think our young individuals all struggle. So Girl to Girl is just that, a program that we offer every year to girls going from grade 7 into grade 8 in the hopes that we can offer them tools and support to help with that journey of growth in self-esteem, self-confidence, and personal development. So, now some reference. We are planning and preparing for Quesnel's annual 2018 Girl to Girl event, and it will be hosted in May. Over the past 5 years, Girl to Girl has hosted over 400 participants. So our numbers vary from about 40 to 70 girls, depending on how many girls there are in the district, going from grade 7 into grade 8. I want to acknowledge Amelie de Jager is the brains behind Girl to Girl. So she started the program about 5 years ago when she identified this as something that she really wanted to get behind in our community. And since then, it's kind of been passed off and transitioned as Amelie has taken on other projects. So right now, I would say our team leader is Jolene Berry, and she's a great team leader. But we have women from the community who participate on the day of the event as a host, and we also have women who pitch in the planning and preparation parts. Girl to Girl is a one-day event hosted by a diversely talented and selfless group of local women dedicated to the support and encouragement of the next generation of young women in our community. The focus of Girl to Girl is to support the young women in our community who are transitioning from grade 7 to grade 8. Through the day of team building activities, our focus is to introduce and discuss components that help to support healthy self-esteem. We have targeted subjects and activities where the girls can have fun, laugh, learn various ways to feel good about themselves and to connect and create new relationships with their peers who they will move into junior high with. Our discussion topics throughout the day include mindfulness, stress management, how to encourage a positive outlook and happiness with a gratitude journal or jar, how to navigate food choices and nutrition to provide healthy fuel for our bodies. Also, we emphasize on how uniqueness and individuality and authenticity is our greatness, and a positive view of how makeup can be an expression and not a mask. We also discuss the way that the female image is portrayed in the media and how distorted it has become, how it isn't an honest representation of a healthy and diverse population of the world's women. Participants are invited to talk, move, smile, share ideas and opinions, get creative, feel strong, meet new friends, and have fun. A great activity that we have is we purchase t-shirts for the girls. They're given a list of adjectives that might be individual descriptions of their authentic self. So we send them home with tools and an experience and hope that they've made new friends to move into grade 8. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Perfect. And next we're going to welcome up Willow from Crooked Lake Ranch.
All right. As Garrett introduced me, my name's Willow, and I'm with Crooked Lake Ranch Animal Rescue. So what do you guys think when somebody says animal rescue? Do you think of adoptions, stray animals, cruelty investigations, maybe a Sarah McLachlan song's going to come to mind, some black and white pictures? So Crooked Lake Ranch doesn't do any of those things. So during this presentation, I'm going to talk about some of the work that we do and hopefully challenge your idea about what animal rescue can be. So Crooked Lake Ranch started in 2009, but in reality, we existed long before that. For as far back as I can remember, animals have been a part of my family, teaching me many lessons, most importantly, that humans are the strangest creatures on earth. Crooked Lake Ranch is a volunteer-run charity that was started by my sisters and I. We're all passionate animal lovers, raised on the belief that if you have the ability to help, whether it be person or animal, you help. After many stories of animals not being helped because they didn't fit into the boundaries of what the existing animal rescues did, we felt that it was time to share our passion and start a rescue of our own. At the beginning, we didn't quite know what direction Crooked Lake Ranch was going to take or how we were going to make this dream become a reality. We just knew that we had to do it and that our community would be here to guide and support us. We wanted to do all that we could and help every animal that we were called about. As you can imagine, that was not sustainable. So over the past 9 years and hundreds of animals later, our organization has grown and changed, as have the needs of our community. Through it all, we've been able to stay true to our core belief, which is and will continue to be, if you have the ability to help, you help, just like we were raised to do. So today, our mission is much clearer. We rescue, we rehabilitate, we educate, and we provide sanctuary. Notice I didn't say adoption. So although we're advocates of adoption, this is something that was being filled by many other organizations in BC, and we didn't need to do that. 2 minutes? Okay. So as an alternative to adoption, we developed a transfer program where we send animals south to our rescue partners for adoption. Animals that aren't adoptable stay with us in our sanctuary until end of life. We currently have 14 animals in our sanctuary, all of which have lifelong behavioral or medical needs. These animals come into care from owner surrenders or transferred in from other rescues. We do not take in strays. When we get the call to help, we go back to our core belief and have to ask ourselves if we have the resources to care for this animal for as long as necessary. On average, an animal coming into care will require $200 in vet care within the first 1 or 2 weeks. We do not have a shelter, so we have to make sure that we have proper foster placement for these animals. In exchange for us sending animals south that are adoptable, these rescue groups then send us their surplus supplies, such as food, medications, and other animal-related things. So we take this supply and we distribute them across BC from 100 Mile all the way up to close to the Yukon border. So these partnerships have also allowed us to assist with spay, neuter, and wellness clinics in First Nations communities surrounding Quesnel and across northern BC. This allows us to educate adults and children on responsible pet ownership and how to create lasting, humane changes in their own community. In the north, there is still an overpopulation problem, which means there's more animals than there are people to care for them. This creates huge public safety issues, which the dogs pack up and they hunt things more vulnerable than them, which can be other dogs in the community, kids, and elders. Focusing on programs like this make a larger impact and help more animals that would otherwise be forgotten. So the idea that I'm pitching to you today is to hire someone to design and develop a format for us to be able to tell the story of Crooked Leg Ranch. We need our community and supporters to know the animals in our care, the programs we offer, and how they can help. One of the things we want to develop is a sponsorship program where individuals or businesses can sponsor a sanctuary animal or one of the programs or services that we provide. Sponsors would get regular updates, including pictures of their sponsor animals or the program, and new projects or opportunities that they may want to get involved with. These updates will keep the message of Crooked Leg Ranch clear and in the forefront. Once we have the cost of our sanctuary animals covered, it will help us branch out and be able to help more animals in need, as well as get the community more involved in what we're doing. That's it.
And next up, we have Sandra from AC&D Insurance.
So this all started because I opened my mouth at a meeting. And I had this wonderful idea because we were talking at this wayfinding with the city. And how can we attract people to our community and signage and all that kind of stuff. And my mind just started going and I started talking. And then Garrett said, bring your idea. We want this. So my background is I come from the island. And there was a time in the 80s that a lot of communities started to fizzle out and die because mills shut down and whatever. I was raised in Duncan, so just close to that is a place called Chemainus. And Chemainus got known as the little town that did. And what they did is they created something other than mills. And now when you go to Chemainus in the summertime, which I don't do anymore, there is so many tourists there. They come in by busloads because they created murals. So a few years ago, as you know, I manage I manage AC&D Insurance, and we own that building. So a few years ago, I got thinking that that's the first building you see as you turn onto Reed Street. And I really wish that I could do something more with it, create something, have something that would grab that attention for people to turn into the downtown and do business. I'm a big advocate for the Downtown Association. I sit on that board, and we're always looking for ways to get people to come into that downtown. I think we've got an incredible opportunity to create a dynamic little downtown. So from that, I got thinking, and then I got on to talk to somebody that you probably all know, this Leanne Chisholm. So I made one phone call to her, and I said, blah, 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 blah. Here's all my ideas. Can you do something with it? So today, I received an email from her, and she's given me some ideas, and I was so excited because I wanted to come and present more than just my scattered, dynamic, sometimes undynamic thoughts. So she's come up with this mural, and it's called the Community Spirit, a community painting project. I told her I don't want just one artist on this. I want to be able to focus and profile this dynamic artistic community that we have. I want all ethnic on there. I just gave her all these ideas. So I'm just going to read it. It says, Community Spirit is a proposed public painting project that would bring together Quesnel volunteers to create a unique mosaic mural. The goal of the project is to provide an artistic opportunity for residents of Quesnel to create a community public art piece. The mural will represent the inclusive spirit of Quesnel and bring together aspiring artists and creative individuals. The resulting mural will be an important part of inspiring our creative community, as well as promoting Quesnel as an artistic tourism destination. So the specifics is the project will be guided by Leanne Chisholm as a public community event. The event would be best held as an outdoor gathering at the location such as Spirit Square, Labordier Park. Volunteers will have the guidelines for colors, but will be encouraged to have a creative freedom. Offensive imagery will not be accepted. Imagery will not be accepted. The painting project will be open to the public to sign up prior to the event to determine the number of mosaic pieces. Volunteers will have colors provided to ensure cohesive with final piece. The public painted pieces will be installed at a later date by Leanne Chisholm Artworks for AC&D Insurance. So I don't know if anyone can see it, but there's just a picture here. So if you can imagine this mural with all these mosaic pieces, and every one of those mosaic pieces by a different artist. And I really want to stress that I want all cultures to be in there, because I think that's what Quesnel is all about. And it's the passion that I had was with Ladysmith or with Chemainus, they had this painting that I don't know what happened, but they said it cried tears. Well, whether it was true or not, it brought in droves of people. Chemainus talked about. My passion is to have this mural that the whole of province of BC and Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, wherever you're going to be, even down from the States, is saying, we got to go to Quesnel to see this mural. So there you have it.
Thank you so much. And next we have Abby Fisher from Coraloo Robotics Club.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks, Garrett. So I'm Abby Fisher. I'm the team manager of Coraloo Robotics, and I'm here tonight with my friend Casey Pasterchek. He's our head mechanic. I bet a lot of you are wondering, what the heck is robotics? I can see a couple of faces. You're like, I don't know what she's talking about. Well, the Google definition of robotics is the branch of technology that deals with the design, construction, operation, and application of a robot. So let's break that down a little bit. In order to design something, especially design a robot, you need artists. You need people who are creative and original and initiative. We need people who have skills with digital design. We need people to take an idea off of a sketchbook and put it into a computer and make it a blueprint. We need construction. And so with construction, well, in order to have construction, we need mechanics, and we need engineers, electricians, and we need people who know how to code. All of this comes together as a robot. And every one of these things we can get from students in our community. But a robot won't operate itself yet. so we need people to operate it. When the clock is ticking and you've got a box in your claw in the middle of a tournament, and you're being pushed from behind by one robot, and you need 20 seconds to climb the rope, you need somebody behind your robot that can think under pressure and can think quickly under pressure. You need somebody who can strategize, and you need somebody who can solve problems quickly. Basically, we need a team. And so the last part of the definition of robotics is the application. So our team, Corlu Robotics, works together for a common goal. We attend international competitions, and we compete with teams from all around the globe. Tomorrow, we're leaving for our second international competition down in Victoria. And when we're building our team, when we're coming together and we're brainstorming about what we need to do to make this happen, to meet these goals, and to actually have a working robot, we take these skills that we've learned, these skills that we've been taught, and these skills that we've acquired over weeks and weeks of work, and we apply it to this tournament. But beyond that, we apply these skills to our life. We have students that go on to, last year we have 2 graduates. Adam Osmond, he's now in the University of Victoria, and he is in computer sciences. We have Ezra Nestle, who's been accepted to the University of Calgary to go into engineering. Without all of these qualities, we would fall apart. We wouldn't work. We wouldn't be a team. So the whole idea is vigor, and the whole idea is grit. Being able to work as a team and to overcome obstacles. And that's something that I think a lot of you will agree is not something we see a whole lot in our youth today. That determination to push through something. As you know, Corlu is the only high school in our town, in a wood product manufacturing town at that, which means 2 things. One, that there's little to no competition for high school teams, and 2, that we have very few programs, if any, in place for aspiring engineers, for coders, and for those interested in computer technology. Our entire world is becoming technology-based. More jobs are being created every day, and many people don't know that they exist or how to get the training. And robotics has opened up that door for many people. So before I finish, I want to read you something that was sent to me, a letter that was sent to me from Austin Lyons. He was quite a valued team member from last year. He says, "What I learned in robotics, you cannot teach in a classroom. The difference between theory and experience is enormous. So much that it's a wonder programs like these are not taught in every school, implemented in small communities like ours, and widespread throughout entire fields of education. One particular thing I took from this experience as a whole is the camaraderie shared by intelligent people working towards a common goal. Other people implementing solutions you would have never have thought of, and finding your own expertise valuable to the team as well. I'm very much in favor of further funding for this program, as I believe it has bettered me as a person in all respects. It is a wonder to teach and learn in an environment such as this. I think the talent in one room was safely the most I have seen in one place. As you can tell, I thoroughly enjoyed working with the others to achieve a common goal. One other note about this program I spoke briefly about at the Education Board meeting is that the STEM field is a wonderful one, and projects like those are invaluable to young minds. However, I felt that more the merrier was an applicable phrase, especially concerning the female side of the team, as there was one female on the team this year. She was and is wonderful, thank you, Austin, addition to the team, but I hope that more females can be welcomed into the STEM field. It is a sad thing that there's only one female in my Programming 12 class, that women feel like they are unable to participate in scientific pursuits. In conclusion, I would like to implore whomever makes the final decision as to the funding of this noble endeavor to think of the equality in scientific discovery, implementing new ideas, and exploring endless potential of those people who have a common goal and a way to achieve it. Thank you.
You guys are gonna give me a little bit of a tear, maybe, I think might happen. So this event and all that you guys have heard is based off an event that started in Detroit called Quesnel Soup. It's been around for 7 years, and they had put out a guide basically on how to create your own that my friend Amy had sort of brought to my attention and was like, I think this is a great event. I really think that you should start one. That's kind of how this began. It's the first one that we're doing, so it definitely is not seamless, and it definitely is already, we have a list of things that I'm like, damn, if I would have thought of that 2 days ago, it would have been great to have. But what I want you guys to remember about tonight is that there's soup, and somebody's gonna win $1,000, and et cetera, but everybody in this room is making such a difference in our community just from being here and from listening to these things that are happening. So what I want you guys to discuss at your tables is who you're gonna vote for and why. And more because you want to vote for somebody that is gonna really affect our community in a positive way. Eat soup and chat amongst each other and talk about the Olympics, because I'm gonna probably talk about Adam Rippon at some point tonight. But ultimately, it's all about our community, and that's why I want you guys all to be here, and that's why I'm here. So, and if you have any questions or you want to know anything, wave me down, because I'm just gonna putter, probably. Awesome. Thanks, you guys.